Standard 6, Subject English, Unit 2.2, The Worth of a Fabric. Children, let us read and understand the story, The Worth of a Fabric. We have number of saints in India. Tiruvalluvar was one great saint. He was a Tamil saint poet who lived more than 2000 years ago. Tirukkural is the book of his teachings, and this book is greatly loved and respected even today. Tiruvalluvar was a textile weaver. He wove beautiful fabrics and saris and sold them in the market. People said that he never got angry, never used bad words, and never shouted at anyone. In the same town there lived a rich young man. He wasted most of his time roaming around with his friends. They often made fun of other people. "I don't believe what people say about this Valluvar," said the young man one day. "I am sure I can make him angry. Come on, let's have some fun today." So the arrogant young man approached Tiruvalluvar in the market and picked up a beautiful piece of fabric. "How much does this whole fabric cost?" he asked. 8 coins, the saint named the price. The young man unfolded the fabric and tore it. Here in this paragraph, there lived a rich young man in the same town where Tiruvalluvar lived. And this young man wasted most of his time roaming around with his friends. He often made fun of other people, and he did not believe what people said about Tiruvalluvar. People said that Tiruvalluvar was a good man. He never got angry with anyone. He never shouted at anyone. This young man did not believe what people said, and he was sure that he could make Tiruvalluvar angry. So he decided to have some fun that day. The arrogant young man approached Tiruvalluvar in the market and picked up a beautiful piece of fabric. He asked the saint the cost of the fabric. The saint replied that the fabric cost only 8 coins. The young man unfolded the fabric and tore it into 2 pieces. The young man unfolded the fabric and tore it into 2. "What's the price of this piece now?" 4 coins, the saint answered politely. The youth was taken aback. Why doesn't the man get angry, he thought. He then tore the half pieces into half again. And now 2 coins was the answer. Now it was the young man who became impatient and agitated. He tore the pieces into half again and again, saying, "And now? What's the price now?" Here in this paragraph, the arrogant young man unfolded the fabric and tore it into 2 pieces, and he asked Saint Tiruvalluvar the cost of the fabric. The saint answered politely that the fabric cost 4 coins. The youth was taken aback. The meaning of this phrase, taken aback, is surprise. He was surprised as to why Tiruvalluvar didn't get angry. He then tore the half pieces into half again and asked the saint the cost of the fabric. The saint again answered politely that the fabric now cost only 2 coins. The young man got quite agitated. Agitated means angry, and he became impatient. He was so angry that he tore the pieces into half again and again and kept on asking the saint the price of the fabric. Tiruvalluvar calmly went on reducing the price to half every time. At last the fabric was reduced to rags. So Tiruvalluvar said in a quiet tone, "Now this fabric has become worthless. I will not name any price for these rags. The young man did not know what to say, but he was proud of his riches, so he offered to pay 8 coins to the saint. For the first time, Tiruvalluvar smiled, but he refused to take the money. Young man, now this fabric is of no use. It has become worthless. Why? Because no one will be able to wear it now. Here in this paragraph, we note that the arrogant young man tore the fabric into 2 pieces, and Tiruvalluvar reduced the price to half. And he did not get angry. The arrogant young man continued tearing the fabric into half and into another half, and Tiruvalluvar calmly went on reducing the price. At last, the fabric was reduced to rags. So, Tiruvalluvar, in a quiet tone, tells the young man that the fabric has become worthless and that he will not name any price for those rags. The young man did not know what to say, but he was very proud of his riches and offered to pay the saint 8 coins. Tiruvalluvar smiled, but he refused to take the money and tells the young man that the fabric is of no use and it has become worthless. The young man wanted to know the reason why the fabric is of no use and why it has become worthless. Tiruvalluvar answered, it has become worthless because no one would be able to wear it. Do you know the fabric was not made in a day? Many people have toiled to make it. The farmer who grew cotton in his field worked hard for months through sun and rain. He picked cotton from each ball and gave it for spinning. Then someone else carded the cotton and spun it into long uniform threads. The threads were dyed carefully so that they took on these lovely colors. My wife and I wove the threads together, putting in beautiful designs. We thought some day someone will like this fabric, will be happy to wear it. Then all our work would have been rewarded. Tiruvalluvar tells the arrogant young man that the fabric was not made in a day. A lot of effort has gone into making the fabric. Many people have toiled. Toiled means worked hard in order to make the fabric. The farmer who grew the cotton in his field has worked hard for months through sun and rain. He has picked cotton from each ball and has given it for spinning. Someone else has carded the cotton. The meaning of carded is cleaned and combed cotton to remove seeds. So someone else has carded the cotton and spun it into long uniform threads. The threads have been dyed carefully in order that the threads get a lovely color. And the saint and his wife wove the threads together, putting in beautiful designs, thinking that someday someone would like the fabric and would be happy to wear it, and they would feel that their work has been rewarded. Rewarded is when one is rewarded, one gets what he has worked for. So the saint tells the arrogant young man that after they have woven the threads together, put in beautiful designs, and made the fabric, somebody would be happy to wear it and they would feel that their work has been rewarded. When you destroyed the fabric, you destroyed all the love and labor that went into its making. Money cannot bring it back. The softly spoken words touched the young man's heart. Now he was really ashamed of himself. And do you know, Tiruvalluvar went on to say, I can weave another fabric like this, but our life is also like this fabric. If you tear it apart with hasty, thoughtless actions, it will be destroyed, and you will not get it back again. Tiruvalluvar's words opened the young man's eyes. There and then he decided to give up his idleness and bad habits. Here in this paragraph, the Saint Tiruvalluvar teaches the young man a lesson. He tells the young man that when he destroyed the fabric into rags, he not only destroyed the fabric, but he destroyed the love and labor that went into making the fabric. The young man was very proud of his riches and he offered Tiruvalluvar 8 coins for the fabric. But we know that Tiruvalluvar does not take the money. Tiruvalluvar tells the young man that money cannot bring back the fabric. And these words touched the young man's heart. He was ashamed of himself. Tiruvalluvar further told the young man that he could weave another fabric like that, a similar fabric like that. And also tells him that our life is also like the fabric. He tells the young man that if we tear our life apart with hasty and thoughtless actions, our life will be destroyed and we will not get it back again. These words opened the young man's eyes. The young man realized his mistake and he decided to give up his idleness and bad habits. Homework to be done. Describe the following with the help of the story Tiruvalluvar, the rich young man, the fabric woven by Tiruvalluvar. Classify the words in A and B into positive and negative words. Write the antonyms of the following words. The meaning of antonyms is opposites. Use the following phrases in your own words. You have to make sentences using these phrases. Roam around again and again. Bring something back there and then.